I've been a startup founder from the age of 21 to 24, and then I realized that to become happier, more productive, and actually achieve my business goals, I need to become a creatorpreneur by combining logic and creativity. And the main goal of this video is to improve your idea generation, meaning coming up with better ideas in a shorter period of time. And this is the Jimmy Neutron effect. Because the quality of your life comes from the quality of your ideas. So meaning, mastering the Jimmy Neutron effect is a crucial habit for creativity, productivity, and entrepreneurship. So to explain this, we have two different brain sides. So the left brain, this side, which actually controls the right hand, is the logical one. Logical. And the right brain, which controls the left side of your body, which is the right hemisphere, controls creativity. This is important. And to get better ideas, we need to get into a flow of ideas. Because great ideas emerge from the ruins of failed attempts. So meaning innovation rewards persistence and also not perfection. It is the courage to produce endlessly that transforms quantity into quality. So the main goal, what we want to achieve, is combining both things together and become logical, creative entrepreneurs. Because the problem is, if you're only logical, you're becoming depressed and unhappy, like a lot of entrepreneurs I know have a lot of money, are millionaires, and are extremely unhappy because they're staying in this logical pursuit the entire day or the entire week or year, doing all of the analytical, the language, the thinking, and also most of the things around money is, in my opinion, a logical pursuit, like math, etc. And the problem is, if you're only creative, most of them have no money. Like if you're an artist, or like most artists, or like people who just love to be creative, they mostly have no money. And that is the problem. But the thing is, to become more happy, you actually want creativity. Because creativity or a creative pursuit makes you more happy. And also the creativity or the emotional part of the brain, the right side, is actually there for like holistic thinking, interconnected thinking, and actually makes you more happy. But the problem is, creativity in this business world or in this Western world doesn't really lead to money. So most people are stuck all the time in this logical way of thinking, don't achieve any flow, but they make money. But the problem is with creative people, they're staying in this flow state all the time, but never really like be conscious about like, hey, what does actually makes me money, or what do I need to do, which might not be flowy, to make money. So to become better entrepreneurs, we need to become creatorpreneurs. Creator for creativity, to become more happy, more flowy, and that we actually have a better life. So the main goal is to become more logical, creative. Creativity for flow, happiness, interconnected thinking, also in terms of relationships. I think a lot of people have problems in relationships because they're too much thinking logically in an emotional relationship. Got a point? Okay. But the problem is, a lot of people who are really good with like their emotions, creativity, artists and so on, are really bad with logical. You see this pattern everywhere. Like these creators online, they don't make any money. Like they might have a lot of followers or something, but don't make any money. But the problem is, a lot of entrepreneurs who make a lot of money are super unhappy. Because the problem is, most people don't understand or can't combine both hemispheres together, which is also a problem of the Western society and culture and how everything influenced. But yeah, I think this would go a bit off topic in this video. So the thing you want to create ideally every single day is achieving an idea flow. And to not really make the mistake like most people do is having a good idea flow, but don't validate the idea. So the thing is, an idea flow happens through creativity. So you need creativity which is also productivity, problem solving, etc., to achieve a good idea flow. But the problem is to make an idea impactful for, let's say, creating content, creating a business, etc., and also become more happy, we need to validate an idea. Like, for example, if you have a good idea, but you're bad at like validating or executing the idea, you're not going to make any money, your business is not working, etc. But to validate an idea, you need to be logical. Get the point, right? So again, we need both hemisphere, the logical left side and the right side, creativity. So first, we need to think about an idea. We need to use our right side, our creative brain side, our emotional brain side, a way of interconnected thinking, combining different things to create a world, a business world. You want to create a business world, which is branding, personal branding. For this, you need a world which interconnects seamlessly like a Marvel universe. Every planet in your business world have a specific purpose and reason, understanding or explaining the bigger picture. But to make business successful, to make money out of it and a living, to actually improve your creativity, to improve your flow, to achieve a consistent daily flow, you need money. Because without money, without money, your purpose and passion can't be executed well. So you need a logical way or a logical system to validate this idea. So what you do is you first detach. Second, you let your creative mechanism wander, which I will explain in a few seconds. These things come together. And then you create weekly projects. And in these weekly projects, you do research. Okay? So, detachment is distancing you from the flow. Because the problem is with flow and achieving 500% more productivity is you're in doing mode. So meaning when you execute, you sometimes don't think consciously, which is a big problem. So you consciously want to detach and let your mind wander. You call this mind wandering or letting your creative mechanism work. This is a principle from the book Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell. This is by Maxwell Maltz or Waltz, I think. And the creative mechanism is a concept from the book Psycho-Cybernetics. So what you do to detach, so what I found out after a lot of testing is the two best ways to detach, or maybe the three best ways, is first, going on a walk and let your mind wander. Second is maybe meditating or doing some breath work to just let your mind wander while breathing air. And the third, which works the best for me, is running. Why running? Because with running, you create euphoria, the runner's high, and your mind becomes crazy. But at the same time, you also detach, you let your mind wander, and that's also creating in some way an idea flow, but in another way, you kind of like conscious about it because you're not executing in the right moment. So while being on a run, you can take notes with your Apple Watch, for example, if you have one, and then use the transcription or like the audio. And then later on, when you're back home, you can write it down and think, okay, is this useful? And where can I organize it later on? And then what you want to do is you want to build weekly projects. Meaning you take one specific idea, let's say what I'm talking about this week in my newsletter, etc., is about personal branding. Because I achieved 16,000 Threads followers in just 5 months, and just this month gained like 4.2 million views just this month. And in this 1 week, for example, in this weekly project, so for example, your entire life or your entire productivity should be around projects you're building, actionable projects or maintenance projects. For example, YouTube channel is a maintenance project or an area based on Tiago Forte para method. But the thing is, in this weekly project, after detaching and thinking about and having the specific topic you want to focus on, let's say personal branding as an entrepreneur and want to become a creatorpreneur, is you want to do in this week, gather all the ideas, all the research, all the validation you need to do to achieve the goal of this week's project. Meaning, for example, uploading YouTube videos, getting clients, whatever you want to do. The main message of the Jimmy Neutron effect is converting an idea into a genius idea. This is the main message of the Jimmy Neutron effect. And if you want to find out more, the first link in the description is my newsletter, and the second one is from entrepreneur to creatorpreneur in 90 days. And click this video next if you want to dive deeper into personal branding.